Let me ask you something that might completely change how you think about exercise forever.
What if I told you that spending just 5 minutes, not 30, not an hour, just 5 focused minutes on the right exercises could deliver more health benefits than a 30-minute walk?
I know, that sounds too good to be true. I thought the same thing. But here's what surprised even me when I sat down and started analyzing the latest geriatric medicine research.
A large-scale analysis published in The Lancet Public Health, one of the most respected medical journals in the world, reported something remarkable. Older adults who incorporated brief but targeted strength and balance exercises into their daily routine experienced significantly lower hospitalization. They maintained their independence years longer than those who relied solely on walking-based programs.
That's not a typo. Read that again. 5 minutes, delivering results that surpass half-hour walking routines.
Across every single major health marker that researchers. Now, the findings were so dramatic that several independent research groups, teams that had nothing to do with each other, reviewed mobility and aging data and reached the same conclusion. Short, functional strength routines consistently outperform walking alone in preserving independence and reducing function decline.
But here's what really caught my attention, Hybe, the detail that made me stop and reread the study twice. 91% of participants in these
functional exercise programs could perform these movements immediately, regardless of their current fitness level, regardless of physical limitations, no gym, no special equipment, just your body and 5 minutes of your day.
Now, before we dive into the actual exercises, I want you to do one thing. Right now, drop a comment below telling me your age and the one physical activity you'd love to do more confidently.
Maybe it's climbing stairs without holding the railing. Maybe it's playing with your grandchildren on the floor. Maybe it's simply walking through a grocery store without fear of losing your balance.
We read every single comment. We respond personally. So tell us, Pandi. We genuinely want to know. All right, let's get into it. Today we are counting down the top 5 exercises that make up this powerful 5-minute routine.
Each one targets a critical aspect of healthy aging, and when you combine them together, researchers call it a synergistic effect.
Meaning the total benefit you receive exceeds the sum of what each exercise does individually. Let's start the countdown. Wall push-ups. We're starting at number 5, and I need you to stay with me here because I know what you might be thinking. Wall push-ups? That's for beginners. Stop right there, because before you dismiss this as too basic lawn, let me share exactly, Khan, what makes this movement scientifically powerful for your specific age group heart, and I promise it's going to change how you look at this exercise forever.
A 2023 study published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research found that simple upper body resistance exercises,
similar to wall push-ups improved upper body strength by more than 30%. 30%. That alone is impressive. But here's the part that really matters. That same study found these exercises significantly enhanced neuromuscular reaction time. Now, why does reaction time matter? Because that reaction time improvement directly translates events to fall prevention.
It's your ability to catch yourself when you stumble. It's that split-second reflex that either saves you or doesn't.
And this exercise trains exactly that.
After age 65, your body loses approximately 3% of its muscle mass every single year, unless you actively combat.
But it's not just about muscle size. Not just. It's about something called neuromuscular efficiency.
Your muscles and your brain need to communicate faster and more accurate. The hold portion of this exercise enhances something called proprioception, your body's remarkable ability to sense its own position in space.
Think about it. Even with your eyes closed, you know where your hand is. That awareness comes from proprioception.
And it deteriorates with age. It becomes one of the primary factors in fall risk.
And most people have never even heard the word. This exercise directly trains it. Here's how to perform it correctly. Stand about arm's length from a wall.
Place your palms flat against the wall at shoulder height, shoulder width apart. Keep your feet together or slightly apart, whatever feels stable. Now lean forward slowly. Take a full 2 seconds to lean in until your nose nearly touches the wall. And here's where the magic happens. Hold that position for 3 to 5 seconds. Feel what's happening in your body right now. You should feel engagement through your chest, your shoulders, your arms, and surprisingly, your core muscles too.
Everything is working together.
Then push back slowly to the starting position, taking another 2 full seconds to return.
The key pro, and this is critical below, is the tempo. This slow, controlled movement
Creates what exercise scientists call time under tension. Research shows this is far more effective for building strength after 65 than doing rapid repetition. Slow is powerful. Slow is intention. Slow work. Start with just 3 repetitions. That's it. As you progress over the next 2 weeks, work your way up to 8 repetitions. If it feels too easy, simply step your feet further back from the wall. Too challenging? Move closer.
The wall doesn't judge. You adjust to where you are today. That's exercise number 5. Simple, science-backed, and more powerful than it looks. Now let's move to an exercise that targets something even more fundamental to your daily independence. Exercise number 4, the clean, seated leg lifts with resistance.
This movement targets your hip flexors and quadriceps simultaneously, while engaging your core for stability. These are the muscle groups that fire together every single time you take a step, every time you climb a stair, every time you rise from a chair.
Now here's a fact that might surprise you. Physicians actually consider walking speed to be the 6th vital sign. Not blood pressure, not heart rate, walking speed rate, because it predicts overall health and longevity more reliably than many laboratory tests. And this exercise directly improves it.
Sit in a sturdy chair with your back straight and feet flat on the floor, and for the first week you won't need any equipment at all. As you progress, you can add a light ankle weight. Even just 1 or 2 pounds makes a significant difference. Slowly lift your right leg straight out in front of you, keeping your knee as straight as comfortable. Aim to lift until your leg is parallel to the floor. Hold that position for 2 seconds, then slowly lower back down without letting your foot touch the floor. 1 rep.
Now here's the critical aspect that most people completely miss. Keep your back pressed firmly against the chair throughout the entire movement. This ensures you're using the correct muscles bait and not compensating with momentum row or placing unnecessary strain on your back against the chair. Every single rep.
Perform 8 to 12 repetitions on one leg, then switch to the other. Rest for 15 seconds between sides.
Your muscles maintain their ability to adapt and grow stronger. They haven't given up on you. They just need the right stimulus. You're giving them that stimulus today. If you're still with us and finding this helpful, type the number 4 in the comments so I know you're there. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button and the bell because we're releasing powerful senior health content every single day. Now let's move to number 3, an exercise that completely revolutionizes a movement you're already doing hundreds of times every single day, whether you realize it or not. Exercise number 3, modified squat stretch to chair.
The sit-to-stand movement. You do it dozens of times daily, getting up from the couch, rising from the dinner table, standing up from bed in the morning.
And it is often the first ability people lose as they age. When that goes, independence starts to slip away with it.
This exercise works more muscles simultaneously than almost any other movement you can do.
Your glutes, your quadriceps, your hamstrings, your core, and your back muscles all working together in concert exactly the way they're designed to. And before you worry about your knee state, proper form not only makes this safe stand, it actually reduces knee pain when done correctly. So follow along carefully.
Start with a sturdy chair that puts your knees at about 90 degrees when you're seated. Stand in front of it with feet hip-width apart and toes pointing slightly outward. This foot position aligns with your natural hip anatomy and reduces knee stress. Slowly lower yourself toward the chair by pushing your hips back first.
Here's the mental cue that makes this click for most people. Imagine you're trying to close a car door with your backside.
That hip hinge pattern is essential because it engages your powerful glute muscles rather than overloading your knees. Take about 3 seconds to descend, then lightly touch the chair with your backside, but don't fully sit. Don't relax your muscle.
This light touch maintains muscle tension throughout the movement. Touch and go. Never sink.
Immediately reverse direction and stand back up, pushing through your heels and squeezing your glutes as you rise.
Take 2 seconds to stand. That's 1 rep. Start with just 5 repetitions and gradually work up to 12 over the next 3 weeks.
This exercise is literally rewiring your brain for better movement. You're not just getting stronger physically.
You're getting smarter at that, neurologically. We're in the top 2 now, and exercise number 2 addresses something that most fitness routines completely and totally ignore. Exercise number 2, panning, standing heel raises with balance.
This might look simple. Don't let that fool you for a second.
Here's something that will genuinely surprise you.
Calf strength is the single best predictor of whether someone over 65 will maintain their independence next decade.
Not overall strength, not cardiovascular fitness, calf strength. The reason is fascinating from a physiological standpoint.
Your calf muscles actually act as your body's peripheral heart, pumping blood back up from your legs against gravity. Weak calves mean poor circulation, increased swelling, and a higher risk of blood clot. That's what's at stake with this one simple movement. Stand behind a chair, lightly touching the back for balance if needed, or not at all if you feel stable. Rise up onto your toes as high as you possibly can, really pushing through the balls of your feet. Go as high as you can.
Now here's where we add the challenge that makes this exponentially more effective.
At the top of the movement, try to balance for 3 seconds while looking straight ahead. Not down at your feet, straight ahead. This engages your vestibular system, the inner ear balance mechanism, which deteriorates with age and which almost no exercise targets directly. Slowly lower back down, taking a full 3 seconds to descend. That lowering phase, the slow, controlled descent,
is where most of the actual strength building occurs, according to muscle physiology research. Don't rush it.
Start with 8 repetitions and work up to 15. Once you can perform 15 with good form while barely touching the chair, you're ready to progress to doing them on 1 foot at a time.
That's your milestone to work toward. What makes this exercise truly special is what it does for your survival instincts.
It directly strengthens the muscles and tendons involved in recovering from a stumble. When you trip, your body's very first response is to push off strongly with your toes to regain balance. Weak calves mean you simply cannot generate enough force to catch yourself. Strong calves mean you do. And the balance challenge component trains your brain and muscles to work together more effectively, creating new neural pathways that enhance coordination. This type of balance training actually increases gray matter brain responsible for spatial awareness and movement control.
You're growing brain tissue at any age. If you're still watching and this is helping you, type the number 2 in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Your support genuinely keeps us going and lets us keep creating this content for you. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. The number 1 exercise that is revolutionizing how medical professionals think about senior fitness entirely. Exercise number 1, bird dog hold progressions. When you understand the science behind this single movement, you will immediately understand why it's creating such excitement in geriatric medicine right now. This is the only exercise that simultaneously addresses every single major concern of aging in one movement. Core stability, balance, cognitive function, back health, and even bone density.
Get on your hands and knees on a comfortable surface. A yoga mat or carpet works perfectly. Your hands should be directly under your shoulders, knees directly under your hips. Keep your spine in a neutral position, not arched up, not rounded down. Find the middle. Start by slowly lifting your right arm straight forward while simultaneously lifting your left leg straight back. Your goal is to create one straight, beautiful line from your fingertips all the way to your toes. Hold this position for 5 seconds initially, focusing entirely on keeping your hips level without rotating your body. Your hips stay square to the floor. Don't let them tip. Lower slowly and repeat on the opposite. That's 1 rep. Perform 4 repetitions per side. Here's the progression. Week 1, hold for 5 seconds per side. Week 2, increase to 8 seconds. Week 3, add a subtle pulse. Lift your extended arm and leg up an extra inch, then back to parallel while maintaining the holds.
Small movement. Enormous impact. Most people over 6'5" lose about 1% of bone density per year. This exercise can help reverse that decline. After consistent practice, people show measurable increases in brain volume. We are talking about actually growing new brain tissue at an age when most people believe they're only losing it. The brain responding to the right challenge, growing stronger because you gave it a reason to. The brain responding to the right challenge, growing stronger because you gave it a reason to.
The complete routine: wall push-ups with hold, 8 reps, seated leg lifts, 10 reps per leg, modified squats to chair, 5 reps, heel raises with balance, 8 reps, bird dog holds, 4 reps per side. Perform this sequence daily or at a minimum 4 times per week.
The key isn't perfection. The key is progression. Start exactly where you are. Your body will adapt remarkably quickly. It is designed to adapt. Research consistently shows it is never too late to start.
With studies including participants well into their 90s who still showed significant, measurable improvements.
The research doesn't have a cutoff age. And neither do you. What has been your biggest obstacle to staying consistent with exercise? Share your thoughts in the comments right now. We read every single one. We respond to every single one. You are not talking into empty space, the bay. We are here, and we are listening. If you found real value in this video today, hit that like button. Subscribe for daily senior health content, backed by real science, delivered clearly, designed specifically for you. Thank you so much for watching. Here's to your continued strength, your balance, and your independence. We'll see you in the next one.